We welcome you into the Trojan Arena at Portsmouth High School. Boys basketball action here. Dewey Daly along with John Bruce. Glad to have you with us, John. Trojans and Pointers, their first meeting here in 2024. Should be a fun one, both 4-1 in the league.
Yeah, two teams like to get up and down. Both have a absolute star that we'll focus on here in our pregame, but should be a good matchup. I mean, both are tied at the top of the OVC along with Ironton at 4-1, and then Chesapeake and Fairland are way back at 3-2. So, I mean, 5 teams all within a game of each other in the Ohio Valley Conference within the first 5 games of the season should make this a big matchup. And I know the Trojan faithful are really excited about Coach Jeff Lyseth in his first year at the helm of Portsmouth.
Yep, Jeff Lyseth led Trojans off to a 7-2 start, 4-1 in the OVC. Only losses, Wheelersburg and Chesapeake. That Chesapeake team you mentioned, in my opinion, one of the more surprising teams. Had a great start to the season. They've had some big wins, and the loss to Wheelersburg I wouldn't mind too much, as right now Wheelersburg one of the front runners alongside Minford and South Webster in the SOC 3. Now, for Portsmouth, one of the better seasons they've had in a while. 9-14 last season, 5 straight seasons under 500 for the Trojans. Their last winning season was the 2017-2018 season. They went 13-7.
Yeah, this is a proud program. Coach Gene Collins, who stepped down at the end of last year, did an outstanding job with them. And now Coach Jeff Lyseth seems like he's just taking it back to where it was for a long time. If you look around the Trojan Arena, there are banners everywhere, and it's not just league titles, it's not just sectional titles, not just districts, but regionals. Then you've got a state championship banner with 4 years on it. I mean, you have an entire other state Final Four banner that doesn't include the years where they won the state championship. So this is an incredibly proud basketball program. And Coach Lyseth, who graduated from here, won a state championship here, both as a player and as an assistant coach. He knows how to get this back to the top, and it's already started on a good way, on the way. Coach Lyseth has been all over, not just Southeastern Ohio, but he was also in Dayton for the last few years. He took Piketon to a state semifinal. He also took the Chillicothe girls to a regional, Piketon to another regional a different year, and he took Dayton Northridge to the regional final a few years back. So he knows how to win, knows how to do it at a high level, and if I'm Portsmouth, I'm really excited about what's coming up in the future.
Last sectional title for the Trojans was that 2017-2018 season, I believe. So they'll look to get back in that conversation in a very competitive Division III landscape here this season. For the Pointers, 6-4, 4-1 in league play. That lone loss was to Fairland, a team that Portsmouth has not played yet.
Yes.
They'll play here next Friday. Travis Wise coming back, the OVC and Division III Coach of the Year for the Pointers. They also bring back Player of the Year and OVC first-teamer Caleb Lovely alongside Zathan Haney, another OVC first-teamer. They've got some good guys coming back.
Yeah, when you are bringing back, like you graduate 3 to 4 starters, I think it just depended on the night. Oh, but you're bringing back first-team All-Ohio and Caleb Lovely, who put up 39 in the district championship game that they won over St. Trace last year down at the Combo, helping lead the Pointers to the regional championship game where they fell to a really good Afrocentric team. Obviously, if you're playing at that level, it's a really good team. So not only with Haney coming back as well, but Carter Smith is another kid who played some big minutes for them last year, has made some big-time plays throughout this season already. Haney really came alive in their loss to Fairland. He had 15 points in the fourth quarter alone in that game that they nearly had a big comeback in. And that Fairland team, yeah, they have 2 league losses, but it's a very good team, and they were definitely prepared for everything that Caleb Lovely can do.
And it's been an interesting season for the Pointers. Started off 0-2, then rattled off 5 consecutive wins before dropping 2 more games before winning their previous game against Gallion. Out of those 4 losses, we already talked about Fairland, the other 3, Lancaster, Ashland Blazer, and Spring Valley.
Yeah, they've really challenged themselves up their non-league schedule this year. They beat a good Uniota team over at Logan, and they're just going out playing really good teams. I believe they beat Huntington, West Virginia as well, so they're up their non-league schedule, really challenging themselves. It's shown with a few losses here and there, but it's definitely getting them more prepared for the tournament trail.
Yep, Friday night OVC matchup coming up right here on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by OhioHealth. We'll pause now for the national anthem.
As a member school of the Ohio High School Athletic Association, Portsmouth High School welcomes you to tonight's Ohio Valley Conference contest between the Pointers of South Point High School and your Portsmouth Trojans. Before we get to tonight's starting lineups, we ask that you please stand, remove your caps, and join us in honoring our great nation, our many veterans, and the men and women keeping our nation safe at home and abroad with the playing of our national anthem by Portsmouth High School Director of Bands and Saxophonist, Mr. Tony McCrimmon.
Everyone, Mike Glockner.
I'm Brandon Callahan.
Of the all-new Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram Service Center in Portsmouth, Ohio. We have a $39.95 oil change special going on right now. That includes a free tire rotation and free multi-point inspection. Schedule your appointment online at glocknercdjr@portsmouth.com.
Mark. 6 months of training. 8 miles to go. A 3-way tie for almost last place.
You look good in these shorts, right?
And 3 years since he and his team at OhioHealth left cancer in the dust.
At guard, a 5'11" senior, number 1, Isaiah Lewis. At forward, a 6'3" senior, number 3, Donovan Breach. At guard, a 5'10" junior, number 11, Malachi Loper. At forward, a 6'3" senior, number 23, Noah Livingston. And at guard, a 6'2" senior, wearing number 34, DeAndre Berry. Trojans are coached by assistant coaches Aaron Smith, Craig Massey, and Jeremy Green, along with head coach in his first season back at Portsmouth High School, Mr. Jeff Weissel.
Starters introduced, Friday night OVC matchup. Moments away, starters tonight for both teams. For the Trojans, number 1, Isaiah Lewis. Number 3, Donovan Breach. Number 11, Malachi Loper. Number 23, Noah Livingston. And number 34, DeAndre Berry. For the Pointers, number 3, Carter Smith. Number 4, Elijah Wilburn. Number 11, Zathan Haney. Number 13, Josh Childers. And number 24, Braden Hanshaw. We are underway. First possession of the night belongs to the Pointers.
Yeah, Caleb Lovely not in the starting lineup for the Pointers, but he's right at the second spot on the bench. I'd say he's in early.
Top of the key, 3 for Haney is no good. DeAndre Berry brings down the first rebound for us tonight. Loper the other way, back out Berry, steps inside the arc, corner 3, on the way, won't go. Rebound Haney. First shot tonight for Donovan Breach.
Good look for each team so far, unable to get anything to go, but I like what we're seeing energy-wise out of both teams to start this game.
Haney driving underneath, Wilburn brings it back out. Haney, top of the key with Hanshaw. Now Carter Smith, Wilburn. Pointers moving it around the top of the key. Haney stripped away. DeAndre Berry with the steal on the break. Left hand. Berry's finish is good.
Yeah, he doesn't average nearly 25 points a game for no reason. Gets a steal and a nice finish and transition by the near 1,000-point scorer for the Trojans.
24.8 points per game for Berry. First 2 tonight. Loper nearly has the steal, unable to do so.
I like that defensive pressure we're seeing out of Loper, though.
Left side, Wilburn driving. Far side, Haney, corner 3, won't go. Another rebound for Berry.
Another good look for Haney. I would look for him to make the next one. That's 2 good looks for him out of the offense.
Nearly 2 minutes in, Trojans by 2.
See what zone breaker that Coach Lyseth calls here for the Trojans. Nice.
Lewis driving. Livingston unable to finish. First foul tonight. It'll be on Zathan Haney.
Really good penetration there from Isaiah Lewis. I think Haney just got a hand down while he was getting the contact up top, and that's what gets Noah Livingston to the line.
.9 points per game for Livingston. He knocks down the first. Caleb Lovely now entering the game for Braden Hanshaw.
I'm going to say the bench points for the Pointers are going to jump up a little bit tonight with Lovely coming off the bench.
Second shot for Livingston. Catches the front iron, won't go. Haney with the rebound. Lovely brings it up far side for the Pointers. Smith right wing 3, won't go. Rebound Livingston. Pass ahead to Loper right wing. Double teams now Breach looking for Livingston. It's tipped out of bounds by Zathan Haney. It'll stay here with the Pointers.
I like the unselfishness that we're seeing so far out of Portsmouth. I think a bounce pass right there from Donovan Breach is going to get a layup, but it was also a very good look, good defense by Haney.
It'll stay here with the Trojans as Berry fading away. Can't hit, grabs his offensive rebound. Draws the foul. 2 shots coming up for Berry.
Good job following his shot. If you're at the top of the key, you don't want to follow your shot on that, but inside the painted area, good job by Berry to keep after it, drawing a quick foul.
2 of the 3 Trojans points belong to Berry. He's unable to knock down the first.
Only 1 for 3 so far for the Trojans at the stripe.
Second shot for Berry is no good.
Good play by Caleb Lovely there.
Ball is out of bounds on Noah Livingston. as Caleb Lovely threw it back into play, bouncing it off of the 6'3" senior Pointer basketball.
Yeah, I'm sure Coach Lyseth isn't thrilled with that 1 for 4 start at the free throw line, but also good job getting there so far. Just got to follow through on him.
Childers brings it across half for the Pointers. Entry pass left side to Haney. Skip pass now, Carter Smith driving, goes up, blocked by Barry. Rebound Livingston. Lewis bringing it up the near side, tipped out of bounds by Haney, so it'll stay here with the Trojans as Braden Hanshaw quickly checks back in for Elijah Wilburn.
3 boards, a block, and a steal already for DeAndre Barry, doing a little bit of everything so far for the 6'2" senior.
Pass to Breach in the corner is tipped out of bounds by Caleb Lovely. DeAndre Barry will inbound right in front of the South Point bench. Right side, Barry, nice find underneath to Donovan Breach, who finishes off the glass for 2.
That's a ridiculous pass from DeAndre Barry. Great finish inside by Donovan Breach.
We've seen our fair share of strong passes from DeAndre Barry this season. If you didn't get a chance to see his pass down in Ironton, behind the back pass, the length of the baseline all the way to the opposite corner. Don't remember who it was to, but whoever it was knocked down the triple.
And they better have, because that pass was absolutely disgusting. Good chance here for Caleb Lovely to get the Pointers on the board here at the stripe. Very smooth on that first one.
Lovely drawing the foul on the pull-up jumper from the left elbow, sinks the first. Second shot is good as well. Trojans quickly the other way, Loper underneath, can't finish, draws the foul. Another nice find by DeAndre Barry.
Yeah, great look ahead. A little late on the whistle, but I think it's the right call. I think that was just one of those waiting to see if it goes in, but Loper will get a chance to go to the line here. A transfer from Portsmouth Clay, who came in after Clay shut down the soccer program, and has really benefited Coach Lyseth and the Trojans, as he's averaging, I believe it's 11 points a game for the Trojans. He was a big-time scorer for Clay and really had to be the last couple of years, but getting a chance to be the number 2 or number 3 man, and is really benefiting for the Trojans.
SOC 1 first teamer for the Panthers last season. Loper knocks down the pair. 7-2 lead for the Trojans. Down the lane, Childers off the glass, no good, draws the foul. 2 more free throws coming up for South Point.
A lot of whistles so far. That's going to be the second on Noah Livingston. It's going to bring Luke Stein into the game for the first time for the Trojans. Childers with a chance to get on the board here. Only down 7-2 for South Point so far, but it doesn't feel like they're really getting anything going on the offensive end.
First shot for Childers is good as Luke Stein comes in for Noah Livingston.
Livingston with 1 point, 2 boards. Gives really good energy for Coach Lyseth, especially on the glass.
Childers splits the pair. Ball is loose, an offensive rebound by Hanshaw. Right side, Smith steps back, thought about the 3 instead. Lovely pulls from the corner and connects.
Yeah, you can't have a hand down on him. He's a really good driver, but you got to make sure you're always cognizant of his shooting ability. The lefty buries the triple.
7-6 Trojans. Right corner with Barry. Steps back, strong defense by Smith. Pass underneath is out of bounds on the Trojans. South Point basketball.
Yeah, good effort there by Carter Smith, especially when DeAndre Barry picked that ball up. And on the backside, you have to know what's going on at all times, because DeAndre Barry can fire that thing.
Childers brings it across half. Lovely driving baseline, right hand off the glass for 2.
7 quick points off the bench for Lovely, just showing what he can do so far at the stripe from 3, and then on the drive right there as well.
6-0 run for the Pointers has them out in front, 8-7. Elijah Wilburn with the steal, going the other way with the left hand. Shot is good, making an 8-0 run for the Pointers.
Good patience in transition there by Elijah Wilburn. Going to force a timeout here for the Trojans. 8-0 run for the Pointers. Going to be a 30. I like the timeout here. 3:08 left in the first quarter. Just kind of, you're not getting much right now on the offensive end if you're Coach Lyseth and the Trojans. So like to see some sort of action here to see what, if you can get DeAndre Berry a good look, or if you can get him on the block and let him find a teammate, because he does an excellent job there as well.
.308 to go in the opening quarter of play, 10-7 South Point.
Yeah, and after that pretty slow start for South Point, pretty ideal run here over the last few minutes.
Levon Cobb checking in for the Trojans over the timeout.
This one heck of a fullback on the football field.
Isaiah Lewis stripped by Wilburn, comes up with his second consecutive steal. Wilburn driving baseline, foul on the floor. It'll be on Isaiah Lewis.
Yeah, and I'm going to say that there was something on film where Isaiah Lewis does a spin move at the middle, because 2 times in a row Elijah Wilburn has just stayed there as he goes on that spin and picks his pocket.
Baseline out of bounds play coming up for the Pointers. Josh Childers inbounding, lovely corner 3, yes!
10 points already for Caleb Lovely, 2 for 2 from 3. Not much action on the out of bounds play, but able to find him in the senior. Buries another triple.
Lewis draws the foul coming across half court. It'll be on Elijah Wilburn.
That's 4 fouls now on South Point, so the next one will result in free throws for the Trojans.
Berry inbounds to Breach, now back to Berry on the left wing. Berry driving, left-handed runner, catches the front iron. Rebound, Carter Smith. Pushed ahead, Hanshaw to Wilburn, gets Berry up in the air, out to Smith, right side 3, puts it in.
Nice job on the break there by Elijah Wilburn, not rushing, finding Smith for the easy 3.
Berry pushing the other way, left hand draws the foul. 2 shots coming up for the 6'2 senior.
I like the aggressiveness there from DeAndre Berry. Maybe a little out of control, but was able to draw the foul. Missed his first 2 free throws, but has a chance to get his team out of this major funk. A 14-0 run currently by South Point.
Berry now 1 of 3.
0
of 3 from the free throw line.
Which, when I'm looking through his numbers before the game, that's the one spot he had struggled a little bit. Only 57% coming into the game from the line.
Berry now 0 of 4, gets his own rebound. Putback is no good. Brayton Hanshaw with the rebound off the miss. Lovely brings it up for the Pointers, hands it off to Josh Childers. Now Wilburn, nice find inside. Hanshaw's shot won't go. Donovan Breach the rebound for the Trojans. Isaiah Lewis up the far side, now the middle of the floor, brings it near side. Beyond the volleyball line, Lewis directing traffic, entry pass right side to Cobb.
Like the switching multiple defenses here.
Around the world to Berry as Donovan Breach is calling for the offensive foul. Jalen Anderson and Elijah Lane check in for the first time tonight. In for Josh Childers and Brayden Hanshaw. Pointers by 9, 80 seconds to go here in the first. Smith driving, underneath trapped. Wilburn now driving, passes it over. Anderson off the glass for 2.
Great find by Elijah Wilburn. Good finish for Jalen Anderson on his first touch of the ball game.
Breach driving. Looking out for Cobb. It's intercepted by Elijah Lane. DeAndre Berry takes it right back. Looking underneath for Breach. It's tipped out of bounds by the Pointers. 16-0 run for South Point here in the first.
Here's a really good start for Portsmouth, but they've just kind of not been able to get anything going offensively, and South Point has gone pretty hot so far to start.
Berry inbounds to Stein, now back to Berry. Off the screen, Berry driving with the right hand, puts it in.
Nice job by Berry there, just getting going to the hoop. Not settling for the floater like he had in the last couple possessions. Gets in, nice right-handed layup for the senior.
35 seconds to go in the quarter. Wilburn draws the foul. It'll be Levon Cobb's first.
Be 2 shots now for Elijah Wilburn at the line. 2 steals, 2 assists, and 2 points for the senior guard. Yeah, I think he was trying to avoid going to the line, so that could say something about what's going to happen here at the free throw line, or maybe he just thought he didn't get fouled.
First shot for Wilburn is good.
On the other end, we almost had Caleb Lovely get a kick to the head by the cheerleaders. I think he didn't realize that they come out on the first made free throw.
Wilburn splits the pair. Ball is tipped out of bounds by Jalen Anderson. Going for the rebound. Here's Donovan Breach to inbound for the Trojans.
See if they hold for one here. Less than 30.
Off the screen, Cobb driving. Appeared to be a travel, no whistle. Now Breach penetrates, pulls from 15, connects.
Yeah, you're either going to hold for one or you're going to hold for a good one, which they got right there is nice little 15-footer from Donovan Breach.
19-11, Lovely, top of the key, 3 off the mark. Rebound, Luke Stein, far side, Breach pulls up at the buzzer, not off in time. And that'll take us to the end of the first quarter. 19-11, South Point, as we head to quarter number 2, 8 minutes to go in the first half. You're watching Ohio High School boys basketball on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by OhioHealth.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Willie & Son Trucking. Willie & Son Trucking has been a proud supporter of local student athletes, coaches, and athletic programs throughout its history. Be sure to look out for the Shack Athlete of the Week, presented by Willie & Son Trucking, each week at SOSAOhio.com.
Kimberly. Tons of practice. One chop away from a black belt. 7 of the best sidekicks. And 5 years since her cancer diagnosis at OhioHealth.
to 11 as we head to quarter number 2. John, it was a 16-0 run for South Point to jump out in front. I believe the highest, what was it, 16-7 or 18-7? I think it got to one point.
Yeah, really good, when you bring a guy like Caleb Lovely off the bench. Really, once Lovely came into the game, things flipped. He ends up with 10 points in the first quarter on 3 of 4 shooting.
First possession of the quarter belongs to the Trojans. What a pass by DeAndre Berry. Levon Cobb off the glass for 2.
Second assist. That's second really pretty pass for DeAndre Berry as well.
Trojans lead cut down to 6. Lovely corner 3, puts it in. 3 of 4 from beyond the arc.
I'm going to go ahead and just say that can't happen. Just way too open. Good action on top, but this is a pretty easy shot for an elite shooter.
Berry penetrating underneath. Floater with the left hand is good.
Pretty left-handed finish in the middle of the paint there for DeAndre Berry. He's made his last 2 shots. He's got 6.
Childers takes it far side, driving baseline. Lovely reverse layup, puts it in. What a shot by Caleb Lovely.
15 now for Caleb Lovely. 5 of 6 from the field, including 3 or 4 from 3. Beautiful reverse finish there for the senior.
Pointers back up by 9. Down low, Barry makes the grab, can't finish up top. Ball is out of bounds. It'll stay here with the Trojans.
I like the idea on the lob, just got him a little too far under the basket there for Barry. See if they go right back to him.
Baseline out of bounds play, Luke Stein inbounding for the Trojans. Trying to get it into Barry. Tipped out of bounds by Lovely, who pushes it back inside. Shot by Barry is no good. Put back by Breach is 24-17.
I think we may have had a delay of game after the made shot.
Carter Smith back in for Josh Childers.
Breach now with 6 after that putback.
Top of the key with Smith. Now Lovely, now Haney left side. Skip pass, Smith. Inside the arc, down low, spins out, blocked by Stein.
Heck of a block there by Luke Stein. Especially did not foul on the follow through, just spikes that thing out of bounds.
Elijah Wilburn inbounding baseline for the Pointers. All the way out to Haney. Now Smith,
Ooh.
back to Haney, nearly intercepted by DeAndre Barry. Spin move, Haney finishes up top for 2.
First 2 points for Zathan Haney. Really good finish there. Barely avoided disaster as DeAndre Barry almost picked that one off.
Isaiah Lewis gets it across half, penetrates, right hand, won't go. Ball is out of bounds on Caleb Lovely. It'll stay here with the Trojans. DeAndre Barry inbounding on the baseline. Gets it into Stein. Stein driving, running hook, too strong off the backboard, rebound Haney. Haney passes it up to Smith, who draws the foul underneath on Luke Stein.
I believe we're going to get Carter Smith at the line now. His first 2 attempts of the game.
Correction 33, Luke Stein. His first.
26-17 Pointers. First shot for Smith, in and out. Malachi Loper back in for the Trojans.
Checking in for the Trojans,
First entry tonight for Leland Skurlock. Looks like Noah Livingston back in as well. 0 for 2 on the trip for Smith. Remains a 9-point lead for the Trojans as Barry called for a travel in the backcourt.
Tell you what, on those free throws, though, sometimes they say the ball does not lie. Or is it ball don't lie? Yeah. Although then the travel kind of negates everything that happened there after the call on the foul.
Josh Childers inbounding from the baseline into Wilburn. Quick foul on the shot.
Wilburn 1 for 2 at the line in the first quarter. Looks like he's going to get a chance to go back there.
It'll be on Leland Skurlock. I believe second trip to the line now for Wilburn.
He had 3 points in the first quarter, 1 for 2 at the stripe. He had a couple steals, a couple assists in the first quarter as well.
Wilburn splits the pair. Haney with the rebound off the miss. Haney, right-handed shot won't go. Elijah Wilburn underneath for the offensive rebound. Left side, Haney pump fakes, pulls from 15, too short. Offensive rebound, Childers, his putback is good.
Great effort there by the Pointers to keep that ball alive.
The other way, Loper driving baseline, draws the foul on the floor. It will be on Josh Childers. First foul for Childers tonight. Barry inbounding into Loper. Top of this key, Skurlock now near side with Donovan Breach. Breach driving, shot with the right hand, draws the foul. Two shots coming up for Breach.
That's going to be 2 on Lovely, which could be something to watch for here with 4:54 left in the first half. First trip of the game for Donovan Breach to the stripe.
Breach 1 of 2 from the stripe, cuts the Pointer lead down to 11.
7 now for Breach.
Childers to Lovely, corner 3 on the way, it's good.
Cannot leave him open in that corner. Buries yet another 3 from that corner. I believe that's his 3rd out of 3 from that corner.
Lovely now 4 of 5 from beyond the arc. Breach driving baseline, reverse layup is no good. Livingston the offensive rebound. Called for a travel shortly after. 32-18 South Point.
Portsmouth's got to put some stops together.
Pass ahead, Lovely pulls from the corner, can't get it to go, draws the foul. 3 shots coming up for the reigning OVC Player of the Year.
He's got 18 already with 4:18 left here in the first half.
Caleb Lovely will be at the line for South Point shooting 3.
Just very soft on it. I'll say this though, with that being 20 at this point for Caleb Lovely, this Portsmouth team did beat a really good Ironton team 67-37 the other day. So if I'm South Point, I'm trying to build this lead as much as possible because at any point Portsmouth could catch fire like they have done at multiple times this season.
Lovely 3 of 3 from the stripe. Pointers now by 17, halfway through the third. Lovely nearly comes up with the steal in front of the scorers table. Near side, Lewis backs it back out. Wilburn not making it easy on the senior. Underneath, Lewis up with the right hand, can't get it to go off the front iron. Rebound, Wilburn, Haney. Underneath, Childers up with the right hand, shot off the glass is good.
Really good job running the break, and it's going to lead to another timeout here. We're up to a 19-point lead with 3:48 left here in the half.
Timeout, Trojans. It will be a full. We'll take a quick break. You're watching Ohio High School boys basketball on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by OhioHealth.
There's not a Par-Mar store near you now, there will be soon. That's the slogan, and that's what we believe at Par-Mar stores. From groceries to gas and all the other stuff you need, Par-Mar has it. Download the Par-Mar app for even more savings, and don't forget the Par-Mar rewards card too. We also believe in being a big part of your community, so look for us at the ball game or wherever you are. Shop us today, like us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and remember, if there's not a Par-Mar store near you now, there will be soon.
This presentation of high school sports on Southern Ohio Sports Authority is brought to you in part by your local McDonald's. McDonald's proudly supports all area athletes again this season. Visit your local McDonald's in Chillicothe, Circleville, Greenfield, and Waverly. And be sure to check out SOSA's newly relaunched podcast, Overtime, presented by McDonald's.
37-18 Pointers, 3:48 to go in the quarter.
Yeah, after that, they're down 7-2 early, now up 37-18. Pretty much since Caleb Lovely came into the game, it has been all Pointers so far. He's got 20 or 21.
7-2 Trojan lead coming out of the gate. 35-11 since then. Offensive foul underneath on Noah Livingston.
That's his third also.
Almost a direct correlation of
Yes.
Caleb Lovely not starting the night, coming in only 2 minutes into the contest.
Yeah, he's got 21 points on 7 shots. So when you're averaging 3 points a shot attempt, I mean, that's pretty much as good as you can do.
DeAndre Berry back in for the Trojans. Trailing by 19. Lovely driving. Levon Cobb called for the foul on the floor. That'll be the 5th this quarter on the Trojans. Lovely headed right back to the line.
And he made that shot that he just threw up there too. So maybe it's hey, you're not going to start any game from here on out. I mean, whatever school he ends up at, I don't care what level it is getting a diamond right now, because this dude can really score it.
Attaboy.
Oh, I know.
Offensive rebound for Childers. Moving 3 for Lovely is no good. Offensive rebound by Childers once again around half court. Childers driving. Haney, right hand off the glass and in.
And Childers has been really good. That's 4 assists already for him. And, of course, Lovely missed that 3, too, as well. So
40-18 pointers. An absolute dynamite half for the 6'3 senior Caleb Lovely. Berry driving inside. What a move by Berry.
very pretty out there by Berry. He's got 8.
Lovely driving on Cobb. Foul on the floor.
But
it'll be on Levon Cobb.
But 2 more free throws here.
Not the guy you want to send to the charity stripe, John.
Hey, he missed his last one. Never know. Told you. Just not the guy you want to send. Just like I was saying. 23 now.
Luke Stein back in for the Trojans, as is Donovan Breach. Braden Hanshaw re-enters for Elijah Wilburn. 41-20 pointers. Second shot is good for Lovely, 42-20.
That's 3 now on Lovely. So, I mean, you got that going for you if you're Portsmouth. So, he's going to come out the rest of the half. Try to take advantage of it now. Maybe they're not going to take him out. I would really go after him now if he's got 3.
Inbound to Breach now. Berry nearly stripped, but eventually regains control. Berry, Euro step inside, draws the foul, and count the basket. Mayhem at half court. Berry comes away with the loose ball, gets the and one the other way.
He had so many chances to not have control of that ball, and he just got a fingertip on it. Whatever he had to do, is able to drive in and draws that foul. He's got 10. Got a chance to cut it down under 20.
First free throw connection for Berry tonight, 1 of 5 now. 26 points, 14 rebounds, 8 assists.
Such a ridiculous
and the win over
line.
Ironton for Berry. 2 assists away from a triple-double. Right side, Smith for 3, won't go. Rebound goes to Loper. Loper brings it up the near side, called for a travel.
And that's stuff that the Trojans can't have right there, because you didn't have to get in that big of a hurry because you didn't have the numbers. So you're going to lose possession with Lovely out of the game. You have a chance to cut it down, possibly to 16. But now you got to go back and play defense again.
Pointer basketball up by 19. Loper physical with Josh Childers, eventually called for the foul.
Kick.
Oh, kick ball.
Yeah, Loper just got a toe on it. Very active defensively here. Yep. We knew we were going to get somebody sent to the bench. I didn't know it was going to be both players.
Don't believe there were technical fouls assessed.
That's kind of a knock it off. The next time it's a technical.
Barry and Elijah Lane out of the game. Zathan Haney driving baseline, can't get it to go. Offensive rebound, Hanshaw, put back is good.
Nice job by Hanshaw getting his first 2 points of the game. After a nice drive by Haney, just couldn't get it to fall.
Lewis bringing it up the near side, draws the foul on Elijah Wilburn.
It's going to be his second.
Isaiah Lewis shooting 2.
It'll be his first trip to the line for Lewis. It's a little different. I like it though.
Lewis unable to connect with the first.
Portsmouth's really struggled at the free throw line so far tonight.
Second shot now for the senior. Won't go. Braden Hanshaw the rebound. Haney up the far sideline. Toes the sideline. That'll hand it right back to the Trojans.
It's now 5 of 15 at the line for Portsmouth. .115 left in the half.
Lewis brings it across half. Top of the key, Loper thought about the deep three. Pumps into his shot, can't get it to go. Rebound, Haney.
Just a big hesitation there from Loper. That's only his first shot attempt of the game.
Childers now driving out to Smith. Offensive foul on Carter Smith.
His second. 2 fouls now on Braden Hanshaw, Elijah Wilburn, and Carter Smith, and now 3 on Caleb Lovely as well.
Right corner, Skurlock penetrates, pulls up from 12, won't go. Offensive rebound, Stein, blocked by Haney, who's called for the foul.
His second.
South Point foul number 11, Nathan Haney. His second.
Luke Stein heads to the line, 2 shots.
His first trip to the line.
Trojans now 5 of 16 from the free throw line.
When you give up 44 points and you're also giving away that many points at the stripe, that's how you get a disadvantage at this score that we have tonight.
Now 6 of 16, you start to get an idea of what tomorrow night's practice may consist of. A lot of free throw shooting for the Trojans. Hanshaw to Childers, now Wilburn. 20 to shoot for the Pointers. Haney hands it off to Wilburn, now Hanshaw. Hanshaw falls down, hands it off to Childers far side. Childers brings it to the middle, hands it off to Carter Smith. Smith driving, out to Haney, pulls, right corner 3, got it.
Great find. Big time shot there by Zathan Haney. A 47-point first half for the Pointers, where they didn't score really for the first 4 minutes of the game. Just unreal offensive efficiency for South Point.
16 minutes in, a 47-24 lead for the Pointers. We'll take a quick break, come back with the halftime show right here on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by OhioHealth.
Williams has transferred to Wendy's for the new loaded nacho cheeseburger.
This burger's my inspiration, and I just hope to inspire you.
Oh, you have inspired us.
Thought we were doing names on the headband.
Get it together. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's new loaded nacho cheeseburger.
Richer. Countless nights in the garage. 8 shiny new pistons. One very happy 16-year-old granddaughter. And 2 years since starting cancer treatment at OhioHealth.
47-24 through the first half. John, what have you seen so far? Well, I'm not even going to ask what you've seen from South Point because it was a huge half from Caleb Lovely. Portsmouth started to catch on towards the end of the half, but just got too deep behind, and now they have a 23-point hole.
Well, just kind of let Caleb Lovely get going offensively, and once that happens, you're into a big hole, like you mentioned, and even with Lovely with the 3 fouls, it doesn't matter because he's got 23 points.
I think we're going to have Kenneth Hay jump on here and see what he had to say about the first half.
What's up, Kenneth?
What is up?
Yeah, so I ended up doing the math wrong throughout the half, but only 6 of 15 at the line for Portsmouth. I mean, what can you do to, like, obviously you fix that, but defensively, what do you think that Portsmouth should look at to do? I mean, outside of, hey, don't let Caleb Lovely touch the ball at all.
Yeah, that's really was their only problem, because when they ran the zone when he was taken out, they were getting stopped defensively. It's just, I don't really know you stop that guy. He was hitting everywhere on the court. And the one time he did, and he got fouled.
Yeah, so 24 points for Caleb Lovely. He made his first 3 shots in each quarter, and then missed his last shot in each quarter as well. But, I mean, so 6 of 8 from the field so far for him. I mean, it's just unbelievable night so far for Caleb Lovely. But he's not the only one. As I've seen, he was Zathan Haney, number 11. We had him as 10 because I think he was 10 at one point in the season. Has done a whole lot of stuff for South Point as well. So what else have you seen for South Point? Just like, how have they extended this lead to be this big, even with Lovely out of the game?
I mean, outside of DeAndre Berry, they've been really, really stout defensively this half, and that's just led to easy transition points. I know Elijah Wilburn has multiple off-the-break steals, getting baskets. Yep. And, you know, when you're flowing, and
yes,
they're on right now.
Yeah, they're feeling good right now. But also, when you look at Portsmouth the other day, beat a really good Ironton team by 30. So if you're Coach Lyseth, you just say, hey, flush that first half. Let's see.
Yeah, I don't want to see him lift it up at all. I want to see him go out again. They need to, especially Barry. He's been really good. I don't know how many shots he's missed. Hasn't been that many. But he's getting at the basket at will, and if not, he's been fouled. He's been making his free throws.
Yeah, so only 1 of 5 at the line so far for him. But like you said, he's getting to the line. He's doing a good job of getting to the hoop. He's got 11. Donovan Breach has 7. Other than that, I mean, Malachi Loper only with 2 points. He's averaging 11 points a game. He's only taken 1 shot. So I'd like to see him get going if you're Portsmouth as well, because, right now, obviously Barry's been able to do a little bit, but it'd be nice to see some of these teammates get going as well.
I just want to see him be a little bit better with their zone. They were sagging off Lovely a few times and got caught, and he's not going to let you do that. He's going to make the shot every time. So I'd like to see him at least stick a man on him every time.
Right. So if you put someone floating with him, at least it's going to make things a little bit more difficult for him. And, Carter Smith is a kid for South Point. He normally shoots the ball well. He's only made 1 out of his 6 shots, so maybe you slough off him a little bit, just hoping that continues and you just don't let Lovely do anything. Because
I mean, they tried to keep a man on him, but he was just sliding down the baseline and they'd get lost.
Yeah, he just does such a good job of finding his spot in the zone, getting open and then knocking down his shots when he's got them. So I mentioned Zathan Haney, 7.6 rebounds for the senior. Josh Childers has 5 points, 4 assists, and 3 rebounds. So he's done a really good job of finding guys in the zone as well. So it's got to be nice, though, when you're a guard. Oh, you look ahead. There's Caleb Lovely, and he's going to knock down that open shot.
I mean, he's taking care of the ball, too, and they've controlled the time of possession most of this game, which they're having the game they want.
Yep. And, just looking at the stats, we got South Point has 2 turnovers. So you're not turning the ball over. You're making your free throws as opposed to what Portsmouth's doing. And,
and they're getting turnovers.
Yeah. So 8 turnovers for Portsmouth. And I would say, I know the first 2 that Elijah Wilburn had led to points because he got a layup and then he also got fouled on another one. So they're getting points off the turnovers and then not turning the ball over as well, and shooting at a high percentage from the field as well. So it's been really impressive so far from South Point. I think if you're Portsmouth, you just got to be, hey, we just got to chip away. 23 is a lot, yeah. But one of my buddies was on the radio once of a game. It was a soccer game. A team was down 7-1 at halftime, and they said, what do you tell them at halftime? He said, they scored 7, we can score 7. So, hey, they scored 47, we can score 47 and a half. So
clock's not 0 yet.
Yeah, you just got to believe in yourself. You got 16 minutes to make a little bit of a comeback and chip away, and I think that's what Portsmouth's got to focus on. Just try to chip away a little bit, one possession at a time. It will be South Point's ball to start the half. Get Lovely his 4th foul. And you take advantage. You got to take advantage of that at that point.
I'd like to see way more Berry in the post this half, because that's been the only answer right now. And then you just got to be confident that your defense can step it up, because right now South Point's just hitting on all 3 levels. They're going to the fast break and half court. They're driving. They're shooting. Just everything's working for them. You just got to hope that one miss and you get on that break. You start your run.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So we got about 2:30 left here in the half. So we're going to send it to a quick break, but. Thank you, Kenneth Hay, for stepping in at the half. He's going to jump back on the camera.
No problem. Thank you for having me on.
And then we're going to hit a commercial break here. You're watching Southern Ohio basketball on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by OhioHealth.
Everyone, Mike Glockner.
I'm Brandon Callahan.
Of the all-new Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram Service Center in Portsmouth, Ohio. We have a $39.95 oil change special going on right now. That includes a free tire rotation and free multi-point inspection. Schedule your appointment online at GlocknerCDJR@Portsmouth.com.
Mark. 6 months of training. 8 miles to go. A 3-way tie for almost last place.
You look good in these shorts, right?
And 3 years since he and his team at OhioHealth left cancer in the dust.
A little over a minute to go here at the break. 47-24 Portsmouth. They've got quite the hole to dig themselves out of, but when you have a guy, and really when you have a trio with DeAndre Berry, Donovan Breach, and Malachi Loper, I think their shovel is big enough to get out of this hole.
I like that. Get that big shovel out. But, yeah, you got to get some stops defensively is the big thing to start. And then you got to find Caleb Lovely. Because, 6 of 8 from the field, 8 of 9 from the line, 4 of 6 from 3. Probably can't rely on him missing a lot of shots. So you got to just not let him get the ball. And when he does get it, a little bit of what Fairland did the other night, which was as soon as he got the ball, you're sending a second person at him anyway and just make him have to give the ball up. But if that happens, you got to rotate defensively, and you got to make sure you find, some of his teammates. They've shot the ball pretty well as well.
I'll ask your perspective with 3 fouls up by 23. South Point starting Caleb Lovely. Is that something you would do as well?
Yeah, because you're just looking to add on, and you never know. He may not even pick up another foul throughout the game. So I think you just have to be aggressive with him. Now, if he picks up a fourth, I'm probably sitting him, but.
Entry pass into Smith. His turnaround jumper is no good. Offensive rebound, Hanshaw. Haney penetrating. His shot is no good. Livingston brings down the Trojan rebound.
Good job by Hanshaw to not foul on that.
Barry up the near sideline. Spinning layup won't go.
I think he was out. Yeah.
Barry attempting to throw it back in bounds. Toes the baseline. Out of bounds on the Trojans. Pointer basketball.
Yeah, those are the things you can't have happen is when you do get the stop, you got to go on the other end and you got to get points, which, I mean, not for a lack of trying there, obviously.
Pass is intercepted by Isaiah Lewis. Going the other way. Lewis stripped by Josh Childers. Unable to get it back into play. It will remain Trojan basketball.
Yeah, really good effort there for Josh Childers to get back after the turnover. Just keeping it from Isaiah Lewis to score tonight there.
Livingston inbounds to Barry. Going to work on Smith. Looking to the other way for Donovan Breach. It's intercepted by Caleb Lovely. Lovely passes ahead to Childers. Now Haney underneath Smith. Nice find by Haney. Cut off by Barry. Breach a quick closeout on Haney on the left wing. Lovely. Top of the key. Double teamed back to Haney. Skip pass. Smith driving right side. Nice Euro step to avoid the charge. Finishes up top for two.
Yeah, pretty Euro for Carter Smith. He's got 5 now. Really nice drive there to avoid the contact.
A long, effective possession for the Pointers. Pushes their lead to 25. Top of the key, Barry spins underneath. Lewis off the glass for 2.
First 2 points of the game for Isaiah Lewis. The third assist from DeAndre Barry. Nice find there by the big man.
Carter Smith driving the other way. Passes tipped by Isaiah Lewis. Loose ball by Livingston. Lewis on the drive. Can't finish. Draws the foul. Donovan Breach shaken up on the far sideline.
This could be the... Yeah, that's not good.
Breach grabbing the knee. Luke Stein comes in for Donovan Breach, who is being tended to on the far sideline.
Yeah, hopefully it was just some knee-to-knee contact, but you never like to see that on the other side. But yeah, so we're going to see Isaiah Lewis at the free throw line. Down 23, get a chance to kind of chip away a little bit. Breach is being helped off of the court right now. But 6:09 left here in the third quarter. Let's see if Lewis can get a little bit of the lead chipped away. He was 0 for 2 at the line in the first half.
As always, a big thank you to Joe Albright and the rest of the athletic department down here in P-Town for allowing us to come down on this Friday night to broadcast this OVC League matchup between the Trojans and Pointers.
Yeah, it's a great place here at the Trojan Arena, and we are treated very well anytime we come down here. Good job there by Isaiah Lewis, knocking down the first one.
Second shot for Lewis on the way is good.
4 quick points for Isaiah Lewis to start the second half, so that's a good start for the senior point guard. Let's see if they can get some stops, though.
49-28 South Point. Childers picking up the dribble. We have a foul on the floor. It'll be Malachi Loper.
It's going to be his first.
Trojan foul, number 11. Malachi Loper, his first.
Childers inbound to Smith. Now back to Childers at the top of the key. Into the corner, Smith. Steps back, Hanshaw, back to Smith now.
Good job by Childers going through that contact.
Hanshaw driving baseline, passes it out to Haney. Pointers eating up clock here in the third. Childers driving, pulls up, 15-footer, won't go. Rebound Livingston.
His 5th board of the game. Good possession, though, for the Pointers as well.
Berry brings it up near side, going all the way off the glass, can't finish.
A lot of contact there for DeAndre Berry.
Haney now the other way, can't get it to go. Ball is out of bounds on the Pointers. Trojan basketball.
Get a stop. Not the prettiest stop, but you get a stop.
Isaiah Lewis across half. Inside, steps out beyond the arc, can't connect. I believe that was a long 2 for Isaiah Lewis.
Yeah, the 6th board now for Braden Hanshaw. He's only scored twice.
Around half court, Luke Stein not making it easy on Josh Childers. Foul on the floor, it'll be on Josh Childers. Give Luke Stein a takeaway.
Yeah, good job there by Luke Stein. Gets the steal and draws the foul. It's going to be the 3rd on Josh Childers. I think we're going to see Elijah Wilburn back into this contest.
Big thank you to our winter sports live stream sponsors, Glockner Family of Dealerships, Parmar Stores, Willie & Son Trucking, McDonald's, the Schmidt Family Restaurant Group, and Horizon.
Thank you.
You didn't say it right.
I know.
Berry, top of the key, down low, with Livingston looking out for Stein. It's tipped out of bounds by the Pointers. Baseline out of bounds play coming up for Portsmouth.
Yeah, I think Livingston just got himself a little too far under the basket there. Probably could have power dribbled back in and had a chance, but.
Berry inbounds to Loper, who appears to have switched shoes during the break. Nonetheless, shot is no good. Passed ahead, Lovely with the left hand, can't finish. Rebound, Isaiah Lewis.
Of course he's going to miss that.
Lewis to Loper, deep left wing 3, strong off the iron. Rebound, Haney. Haney now the other way, fakes the pass, nice find over to Wilburn. His shot is good.
Beautiful play there by Zathan Haney.
4th foul on Caleb Lovely.
Foul point foul, number 0, Caleb Lovely.
Ironton 60-31 winners over Gallia Academy.
I think the Trojans may have woke them up the other night. Because Gallia's not bad. Record-wise they are, but.
Got some athletes,
yes,
for sure. Berry brings it across half, fading away from 15, puts it in.
13 now for DeAndre Berry. That may have been the most difficult shot of the night.
Pointers lead by 21. Carter Smith pulls up from 15, puts it in.
7 now for Carter Smith. Nice job in transition.
Lead back up to 23 for South Point. Berry, contested 3, drops it in.
Is he going to get going? You got to get some stops, though.
53-33 Pointers.
16 now, and Donovan Breach is going to be checking back in. That is a very good sign for the Trojans.
Caleb Lovely out of the game for the time being with 4 fouls. Hanshaw spinning into a right-hand jump shot, puts it down.
Nice job there by Hanshaw. Only his 3rd shot of the game, but knocks down his 2nd one of the game.
Pass to Berry, deep 3 on the way, can't connect. Offensive rebound for Livingston. Out to Lewis, now Stein, left elbow jumper, won't go. Rebound, Hanshaw. Pointers quickly the other way, underneath Smith, cut off by Berry. Right side 3, Haney connects.
Haney now it's in, good look there.
Haney missing his first 3 3-pointers, I believe, knocking down his last 2. Timeout, Trojans.
It's going to be a 30. Biggest lead of the game now with it up to 25. It had stuck kind of in between, 20 to 23 most of this half, but extends now up to 25 for the Pointers. At this point, if you're up 25, if you're going to play Caleb Lovely again, I would think you just go to him pretty soon, because I feel like you probably feel pretty confident about the 25-point lead, and at the same time, he's probably not going to play the last 4 or 5 minutes of the game.
Devon Lewis checked in for the first time tonight. Saw him in action in the JV game prior.
Huge fourth quarter in that JV game for Lewis. It was a really good game. It was
very long JV
very
game.
long for no overtime.
I believe first tip presented by McDonald's. I believe first tip was around 8 o'clock for us for the varsity game.
Yeah, and it was right after we had an injury early, and then it went very long after that.
Donovan Breach back in for the Trojans. Pulls up from 10, puts it down.
9 now for Breach. Good job there, coming right back in. Yeah, I'm going to say he probably just took another knee to the knee. And he does it again
screen,
there.
Haney pulls from the right elbow. Offensive foul on Elijah Wilburn.
That's going to be his third. Knew that was coming. I mean, if you're going to argue with the coach, that means you're probably going to give a technical as soon as he looks at you and says anything, which I'm still not even sure if Coach Wise even did. Malachi Loper will go to the line. 2 for 2 so far for the Trojans.
First shot for Loper was no good. Second shot on the way is good.
3 now for Malachi Loper. Well below his scoring average.
Pointers by 22. Loper, left corner 3 off the mark. Offensive rebound, Loper. Double teamed out to Breach driving. Right-handed runner, no good. Offensive rebound, Livingston, who draws the foul.
I think it's just out of bounds.
Will just be out of bounds, but if it was out of bounds, you'd figure it would have been out of bounds on the Trojans, as it appears Livingston had control of the basketball. Nonetheless, off the screen, Barry driving, stripped away. Elijah Wilburn with the steal. Haney, scoop layup with the right hand is good.
12 now for Haney. South Point on the break is elite in this area. Really nice job finishing for the senior.
Left side, Barry. Steps back, 15-footer, puts it down.
18 now for Barry. He's been very tough throughout this contest. Just not getting enough stops on the defensive end for Portsmouth.
A Caleb Lovely-less South Point squad continues to be effective on the offensive side. Carter Smith pulls up, 15-footer won't go. DeAndre Barry brings down the rebound.
6th of the game for Barry.
Barry now the other way, looking across the paint to Livingston. It's intercepted by Elijah Wilburn. On the break, Wilburn can't connect. Offensive rebound, foul on the floor. Be on Donovan Breach.
4th steal now for Elijah Wilburn.
Devon Lewis set to inbound from the baseline. .25 to go in the quarter. Lewis, right side 3, puts it in. First points tonight for Devon Lewis.
Yeah, he was hot at the end of the JV game, and he steps right in and buries his first shot of the varsity game.
8 to shoot for the Trojans. Barry goes opposite of the screen, spin move, down the lane, foul on the floor.
He's going to go to the line now, as that's in the bonus.
South Point foul, number 24, Braden Hanshaw. His
Second foul tonight on Braden Hanshaw.
DeAndre Barry shooting 2.
Two of 6 now at the line for Barry.
Second shot for Barry is good, knocks down the pair. Up to Smith, down to Wilburn, shot is off in time. Looked like DeAndre Barry caught a piece of it. What an out-of-bounds play, and what execution by South Point to get it all the way down the length of the court in 4.1 seconds. Nonetheless, that'll take us to the end of the third quarter. 8 minutes to go in regulation. Pointers by 23. We'll take a quick break. You're watching Ohio High School boys basketball on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by OhioHealth.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Willie and Son Trucking. Willie and Son Trucking has been a proud supporter of local student athletes, coaches, and athletic programs throughout its history. Be sure to look out for the Shack Athlete of the Week presented by Willie and Son Trucking each week at SOSAOhio.com.
Kimberly. Tons of practice. One chop away from a black belt. 7 of the best sidekicks. And 5 years since her cancer diagnosis at OhioHealth.
To go here at the Trojan Arena. South Point leading Portsmouth 63-40 as we enter the fourth quarter.
Yeah, really impressive job there for South Point. Like you mentioned, that out-of-bounds play to get the ball down, and I know they didn't score off it, but it's really, really well executed for the Pointers. Been impressed with them so far tonight.
First possession of the quarter belongs to the Trojans. Off the screen, Barry steps back, top of the key, 3, front iron won't go. Rebound, Carter Smith.
Yeah, 20 points for DeAndre Barry. Only 4 behind Caleb Lovely, who has checked back in.
Malachi Loper picks up the foul on the top of the key, his second time.
Yeah, and really, we had an injury in the JV game, so the not very big South Point bench is even shorter. So I would say these guys are going to be in for a good bit.
Caleb Lovely driving, pulls up from about 8 feet, can't connect. Rebound, Barry. Going the other way, Barry splits the double team to the rack, can't finish. Offensive rebound for Livingston. His putback is denied by Carter Smith. Lovely brings it up the near side. To the corner, Haney underneath, Childers off the glass for 2.
Good ball movement there by the Pointers. Back up 25.
Donovan Breach now the other way, penetrates out to Livingston. Isaiah Lewis now beyond the volleyball line. Pass to Breach, steps inside the arc.
A foul on the floor.
Foul on the floor away from the shot.
Beyond Haney.
Luke Stein and Levon Cobb re-enter for Noah Livingston and Malachi Loper. Barry inbounds to Cobb. Now top of the key with Breach. Breach. Runner connects.
11 now for Breach.
65-42 South Point.
Breach has shown a good offensive package so far. He missed a good bit of time with that injury in the third quarter, but looked pretty good so far for him.
Full timeout for the Pointers. We'll step aside. 65-42 South Point.
There's not a Parmar store near you now, there will be soon. That's the slogan, and that's what we believe at Parmar stores. From groceries to gas and all the other stuff you need, Parmar has it. Download the Parmar app for even more savings, and don't forget the Parmar Rewards Card too. We also believe in being a big part of your community, so look for us at the ball game or wherever you are. Shop us today, like us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and remember, if there's not a Parmar store near you now, there will be soon.
This presentation of high school sports on Southern Ohio Sports Authority is brought to you in part by your local McDonald's. McDonald's proudly supports all area athletes again this season. Visit your local McDonald's in Chillicothe, Circleville, Greenfield, and Waverly, and be sure to check out SOSA's newly relaunched podcast, Overtime, presented by McDonald's.
First time out tonight for Coach Travis Wise. Pointers by 23, 6:20 to go in regulation.
Probably just wants to get his guys together. Let's run our stuff and do it efficiently. That should. Thought it was going to go the other way. He's much closer than I am right now.
Carter Smith inbounding in front of the scores table.
Here's one thing I'll say. Why not just go all the way into the backcourt on that last play? Because where he was at, he had nowhere to go. So
inbound to Childers. He brings it across half. Travel called on Childers.
Yeah, Isaiah Lewis has had a really good second half, especially defensively for the Trojans.
Stein inbounds to Berry. Give and go, Berry to Lewis, right corner three, won't go. Rebound, Hanshaw.
I like the set play there, though. Try to get somebody going offensively besides Berry.
Top of the key, Hanshaw hands it off to Childers. Driving out to Haney. Pump fake drive, foul on the floor. It'll be DeAndre Berry.
Yeah, you want to try to get somebody else going offensively because you got a big one tomorrow because you got Lyndon McKinley. You're playing over at Shawnee State. So, I mean, this game probably out of reach. But if you can get someone feeling good going into tomorrow, give yourself a better chance to have a good bounce back win if you're the Trojans.
Childers inbounding into Lovely. .5:17 to go in the quarter. Smith fouled at the top of the key. It'll be Isaiah Lewis.
Third now. One more foul to go.
Portsmouth with Lyndon McKinley tomorrow. South Point taking on White Oak.
One of them has a little easier contest.
Inbound to Haney. He drives. Hanshaw now out to Childers, back to Hanshaw. Hanshaw driving, right side, poked out of bounds by Berry, who's calling for the foul. 2 shots coming up for the 6'3 junior.
I will say for White Oak, if they were fully healthy, I think that would be a little better matchup for them, but they are not. So this South Point team, they do have to go a while. They have to go to Seaman tomorrow for that game at the
Dave Young Classic.
Yep.
Talking with the South Point, I didn't get his name, but the South Point bus driver a little earlier on tonight. Was talking about it. Not too long of a trip from South Point to Portsmouth. If he's on duty tomorrow, maybe a little longer of a trip.
Yeah, 6 points and 8 rebounds now for Braden Hanshaw on the night. Pretty nice game for the junior.
Near side, Berry. Nice find over to Stein. His finish is good.
Berry is an extremely good passer. I believe that's his 4th assist of the night. Good finish for Stein as well.
Now Lovely driving, taking it all the way. Too strong off the glass. Offensive rebound and putback is no good. Blocked by Stein. Berry the other way with the left hand is good.
Yeah.
67-46. Hanshaw driving baseline with the right hand, won't go. Gets his own rebound out to Haney, left wing 3. Yes.
Good job there by Hanshaw to stay with it after missing the layup, getting the assist.
After a rough start beyond the arc, Zathan Haney has come alive.
Hitting his last 3 triples. Got 15.
Off the screen, Berry driving, left hand, draws the foul.
So we have 3rd on Hanshaw. Berry, who missed his first 4 free throws, has made his last 3, which I'd probably just jinxed, but 22 now for DeAndre Berry.
First shot for Berry on the way off the front iron. Halfway through the fourth quarter, 70-46, South Point. Second shot for Berry is good.
23, just a couple points off of his average.
South Point, a similar out-of-bounds play, just near side instead of far side. Isaiah Lewis, one step ahead, tipping it out of bounds. Zathan Haney will not inbound as we have a 30-second timeout for the Pointers.
Yeah, both teams run a variation of the sideline break, and South Point has done a really good job at running theirs tonight. I mean, a 70-47 lead for them. You're just wanting to get through the rest of this game, no injuries, don't do anything not smart for either team.
Second trip to the Trojan Arena for us this week. What a game that was Monday night between the Portsmouth Lady Trojans and Fairland.
Yeah, Portsmouth snapped a 42-game win streak in OVC play for Fairland. We're in the exact same spots as we were on Monday night. Really impressed with that Portsmouth team. Those are two teams that have an excellent chance to not just make it to the regionals, but also possibly get to the UD Arena over in Dayton for the Final Four.
Fairland obviously in Division II, Portsmouth Division III. I would say Portsmouth's path might be a fair bit easier than Fairland's in Division II. Haney, contested corner three, won't go. Rebound, Carter Smith, put back is good.
Yeah, Haney probably would have stayed hot if he would have just taken that shot on the first look, but hesitated a little bit too much.
72-47, Pointers. Offensive foul on the Trojans. Set up an elevator screen for DeAndre Berry. Noah Livingston called for the foul. Check that. Levon Cobb called for the foul.
Yeah, going back to Division III, in the regionals, still really tough, though, because you never know who's going to come from the Columbus area.
Portsmouth's path through the districts may be a little bit easier than Fairland's. Fairland most likely will have to go through the likes of Unyoda or Sheridan. Very fortunate last season not having to face either through the districts. Left wing three is good for Carter Smith.
He's in double figures now. Fifth assist for Zathan Haney.
75-47 breach. Way downtown, can't connect. Rebound, Carter Smith.
And then, with the new tournament drawing through the max preps, you just kind of never know.
Left side three for Childers. Can't connect. Offensive rebound for Carter Smith. Childers once again finishes off the glass with the left hand.
Yeah, a really good cut there off the made shot.
Interception on the inbound. Lovely falling away. Blocked by Noah Livingston. Backcourt violation on Isaiah Lewis.
Yeah, but we're going to have a lot of subs coming into the game at this point for both teams with 2:16 left, and it's a 30-point game. I did not realize that it would get 2:30 at this point. Really impressive run here for South Point. Just a couple of guys that just made an appearance. Nathaniel Berry, which I believe that's Cameron Williams, is into the game for Portsmouth at number 14.
Haney driving, reverse layup is good.
17 now.
Most definitely not Nathaniel Berry, is number 14. That's freshman starting quarterback for the Trojans, Cam Williams, listed as number 2, currently sporting number 14.
Yeah, we got Jaden Brewer into the game, number 32. We got Leland Skurlock back into the game.
Devon Lewis back in for the Pointers as well. Knocked down a 3 earlier on.
Yeah, Elijah Lane and Jalen Anderson, who had a basket in the first half. Lewis will go to the line.
Caleb Johnson picks up the foul. 2 shots coming up for Devon Lewis.
You can tell the difference between JV and varsity officials with how Devon Lewis is approaching these free throws as well, as he is staying right at the line. Was not doing that in that previous game. The varsity officials run it at a little tighter ship.
Johnson, skip pass. Williams driving off the glass for 2.
Good, nice job there by Cameron Williams getting the basket.
Basket by Cameron Williams.
There they go. They got it.
(81-49). 65 seconds to go. Wilburn driving left hand, draws the foul. Jaden Brewer picks up his first.
First at foul number 32, Jaden Brewer, his first. Elijah Wilburn at the line, shooting 2.
Counts.
Bank is open Friday night. Why not?
Hey, it's payday for some people, so you guys stay open late.
I believe the 3rd trip to the line tonight for Wilburn.
He went 1 for 2 on each of the 3.
Second shot catches the back iron. Offensive rebound for Wilburn. Anderson underneath, fighting for the loose ball.
I like the effort, though.
First at foul number 21,
Dontavius Parker.
First trip to the line tonight for Jalen Anderson, unable to connect on the first. Second shot is good. Parker brings it up the near side. Now top of the key with Williams. Back to Parker, skip pass. Inside, Skurlock, blocked by Wilburn.
Really good ball move there by the Trojans.
5'9" Elijah Wilburn gets up to reject the shot from Skurlock. .20 seconds to go here tonight. Parker pulls from the top of the key, off the glass, won't go. Offensive rebound. Williams his putback is no good. Haney pushes it ahead to Wilburn the other way, and with 1.1 seconds, clock will stop.
It's a good win.
Inbound to Skurlock, and that'll do it. 83-49 is our final. Pointers move to 5-1 in the OVC, 7-4 overall. Only 2 teams now in the OVC with 1 league loss, just South Point and Ironton. And Portsmouth is now 4-2, 7-3 overall.
Yeah, really impressive win. Anytime you can go on the road and win by a score of 83-49, very impressive. The scoreboard went off, so we're fixing the scoreboard right now. Was not 83-9, but just an impressive win overall for the South Point Pointers, and they will go into tomorrow at the Dave Young Classic with some momentum.
Coming up, as you said, on the slate, Trojans will head to Shawnee State to take on Lyndon McKinley. South Point heading to the Dave Young Classic. I think 7 or 8 game slate, a full day of basketball, 1 ticket. Gets you admission to all 7 or 8 games
I believe
over
it's
at North Adams. Should be a fun day, a lot of good matchups. They'll have White Oak in that one.
Yeah, to me, the one to watch for in that is the Chesapeake and North Adams game to cap off the night. So should be a excellent night of basketball over at North Adams. And I'll be there in the morning, and then I'll be heading to meet you over at the Horizon Gym over at Circleville.
Coming up tomorrow night for us will be, as John mentioned, at the Horizon Gym over at Circleville. They host the Lady Aces of Amanda Clear Creek, their second matchup of the season, 44-41 at Amanda Clear Creek. Circleville took their first meeting. Should be a fun MSL matchup in the second one. I tell you what, and it sort of pertains to Portsmouth as they have North Adams coming up. I don't know if South Point has any scheduled meetings with, obviously always a chance in the tournament with both being Division III, but in terms of the non-league, what a job by North Adams to go out and schedule some of the people they've scheduled. They have Portsmouth, they have Minford, they have South Webster.
Fairland.
As you mentioned, they have Chesapeake, they have Fairland. Obviously, they're going to play Eastern Brown a couple times. I mean, a great non-league schedule for the Green Devils. And then all Division III teams minus South Webster, who I think, as we saw on Tuesday night, can compete with Division III teams. As they fall to Minford by 3, really 6, as Summer knocked down that shot at the buzzer. But, I mean, a great non-league schedule for the Devils to get them ready for the D3 tournament.
Yeah, that's what you got to do, especially this year with the Max Preps, the RPI. You got to try to get the best schedule as possible, and they've done a really good job. So just kind of jumping back into this game for South Point, they were sparked by Caleb Lovely coming off the bench, 24 points. All of those coming in the first half, mostly in about a 10-minute span in the first and second quarter before picking up his third foul, and never really got going in the second half, but it didn't really matter at that point. 24 points for Caleb Lovely. He knocked down 4 threes on the night, was 4 for 6 from distance and 8 for 9 from the line. Zathan Haney, 17 points, 8 rebounds, 5 assists. As you mentioned, he missed his first couple threes and hit 3 straight. Really got going. Carter Smith, 12 points, 8 rebounds. He had 3 assists as well for the Pointers. 9 points for Josh Childers with 4 assists. 7 points for Elijah Wilburn. Played really well overall, especially defensively for the Pointers. 6 points, 10 rebounds for Braden Hanshaw. Let me go. Davin Lewis with 5 points off the bench.
Yep, perfect shooting as well.
Hit a
1
3.
of 1 from beyond the arc, knocked down a couple of free throws.
Yeah, did an excellent job coming off the bench for them. And then Jalen Anderson had 3 points for them as well. Now, for the Trojans, they were led by DeAndre Berry, 23 points, 7 rebounds, and 4 assists on the night for the senior. Had a little bit under his scoring average, but overall had an excellent game for the Trojans. Then Donovan Breach had 11 points. Missed some time in the third quarter, but was thankfully able to bounce back and finish, playing some good minutes after leaving with an injury. 4 points for Isaiah Lewis. I thought he had a good second half. He was a little shaky in the first half. Wilburn did a really good job on him, but in the second half, I thought he played really well. 3 points for Luke Stein coming off the bench, had a couple big blocks as well. Also for Malachi Loper with 3 points. 2 points apiece for Levon Cobb and Cameron Williams, and then 1 point for Noah Livingston, but he also had 9 rebounds and a couple of blocks as well. So, for Portsmouth, it's a disappointing night, obviously, but for the most part, you got a lot to build on. You got a big chance to bounce right back tomorrow, playing a good Lyndon McKinley, who came into tonight at 7-4 coming out of the Columbus City League. But I watched them against Logan. I think it's a game that this Portsmouth team, if they play well, can win that game. But it will be a tough task over there at Shawnee State. And for South Point, I think they just play the same style. They're going to go out and play a White Oak team that's very young tomorrow over at North Adams, but I think they have an excellent chance to continue on and build this winning streak.
That'll just about do it for our coverage of OVC basketball this Friday night. 83-49 Pointers grab their 7th win of the season. Carson, if you're still tuned in. We're going to go hit a 90-piece at Applebee's in your honor. Hopefully you can make the trip next time. Nonetheless, you've been watching Ohio High School boys basketball on Southern Ohio Sports Authority.